Kyrie Irving getting dropped from Nike might be one of his biggest blessings in disguise. What's up, guys? It's James Hill, CEO of Black Millionaires. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about an exclusive conversation, breaking news information that I got from a direct source involved in the conversation. Kyrie Irving was dropped from Nike. I believe Nike was paying him around $11 million. That's a whole nother side note. Kyrie Irving is worth a lot more than $11 million a year for his name and likeness and his influence in the game. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But I want you to keep that number in your mind as we continue and break down this potential partnership that he has going on. Now, Kyrie Irving was dropped about a month ago for some of the things that he did, sharing a video that turned out to be anti-Semitic to some individuals. However, Amazon is still making millions of dollars profiting from hosting the video on there, so that's a whole nother conversation. But Kyrie was dropped because of that and because of some of the other things that he's been promoting on social media and talking about in the media in terms of his awakening, knowing himself, etc. So there was an outcry of a lot of Kyrie supporters because a lot of people supported Kyrie. They bought his shoes. They supported Nike in the partnership they loved. Now, if you guys don't know, it's only 17 individuals in the league with their own shoes, right? I know there's a big NBA and these companies make millions and millions and billions of dollars of selling these shoes and these brand partnerships. But only 17 people in the NBA actually have their own shoe deal. So I'm not going to go through all 17 of those. That's a whole nother conversation. But let's talk about a potential partnership that is going to be groundbreaking. Now, Kyrie Irving's agent, his manager, and his team met with a black-owned designer by the name of Delvin Carter. Now, Delvin Carter is a black-owned designer from the Bay Area, California, LA area, and he's been designing shoes since the early 2000s, customizing shoes. He got his own clothing brand and shoe brand called Sia, somewhere in America. Now, I have this. This is obviously not the design that they designed for Kyrie. That design is not going to come out to the public unless they agree upon a partnership deal. But this is a pair that I bought for myself. So I want to show you guys some of the great creative work that they actually do. Now, if I can actually get this open. I forgot the name of these shoes, but I like these shoes so much, I bought two pair of them. One of my pair is kind of messed up, and this is my brand new pair. So obviously you can see the quality is there, the design, the craftsmanship is there. And these are designs that him and his team designed on their own. So they're definitely capable of doing the job when it comes to Kyrie. So they had a meeting with the team and they discussed three different things. Now we're going to talk about these three different things that they discussed that are big deals to either signing a deal with some other company or signing a deal with the black-owned company, Sia Collective. Now, side note, Sia has a deal with Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell is also an NBA player. He has his own signature shoe through the Sia line and the Sia brand. But let's be very clear. The numbers that Sia can do with Kyrie are night and day compared to the numbers that they are doing with Montrezl Harrell. No disrespect to Montrezl Harrell, but it is what it is. Kyrie is a generational talent, generational player, and has some of the most influence across the world when it comes to sports. He did hit the shot of shots with LeBron James, the GOAT of the game. So let's just talk about the potential partnership. One of the things people have concern with, and it's a good concern, is the technology. Can an independent designer, whether they're black owned or not, that doesn't matter. Can an independent designer give you the same quality, feel, look, and safety as a Nike, Adidas, a Puma, some of these big brands with these big factories? And the answer is yes. So speaking directly with Delvin, the founder of Sire, he told me that a lot of these big companies want to make it seem like the technology isn't there for independent designers. The technology is there. You can get a patent. They can't sue you even if you use their technology. What's not there is really the economies of scale. So Nike has the capital, the lines of credit, the factories to go out and produce 2 million pairs of shoes, buy the shoes for $2 a piece, and go out and sell them for $200, $300 and make that huge profit margin. So that's the second um, question that needed to be answered. How many of these can you guys produce? Can we produce a mass scale? And one of the things the guy Delvin talked about is if we can only produce and sell 1 million pair of signature shoes, which is not a lot. It sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot when you have a global iconic player like Kyrie Irving. If they can sell one pair of shoes at $150 a piece, that's $150 million in revenue through that partnership. Now, obviously, there's cost of goods, there's marketing, and things of that nature. But Kyrie is marketing. Kyrie is the marketing. So it's not going to cost as much to market the brand because there's already a newsworthy story about him losing his contract and all that. So there's already momentum when it comes to the Kyrie partnership. Also, he's on television every single day. He has press conferences every single day. That's all free media and all free marketing. So a lot of those people are going to be asking about, Kyrie, you got some new shoes. They're going to zoom in on the shoes. Like Kyrie has some shoes and he had it blacked out, right? And he had "Finally I'm Free" on his shoes. The whole game was about Kyrie's shoes. So the marketing is there. And the third and the final thing, so you got the technology, you got the marketing, and now it comes to the delivery. Can you actually deliver on the promise of creating a design that looks good, feel good, is cost effective, and deliver it to the customers in a timely manner where the customers are happy, we're profitable, and we stick it to the man, which is Nike, for letting Kyrie go? Those are the three common things that we saw when we posted this story up, and I want to ask you the question. Which one of those three do you think is going to be the driving factor or force for rather Kyrie signs a partnership deal with Sia Collective, or if he decides to move on, don't have a shoe deal, or go signs with one of the other big 3 or 4 companies besides Nike?